You're listening to Talk of the Town, the official podcast of the Petal Area Chamber of Commerce, where we highlight local businesses, community leaders, and the stories that shape our city.
On our first date, he told me that we were going to own a Chick-fil-A, or he was going to own a Chick-fil-A. We weren't a we at the time. And I laughed at him and told him, I don't cook at home. I'm sure not cooking for a living. And Justin and I had talked about it. I couldn't lay people off. And so we got super creative. I rallied the team. We sold chicken out of warming bags standing on the corners of the mall. I brought box meals to Longleaf and North Fork and those subdivisions and sold them out of the back of my car. Because it was just like, I knew that we had to keep these people running. And so I would call and they would go, Petal? Oh, we're not bringing anything. Petal. And I would say, no, Petal, like a flower petal. So every month from 2018 until we actually showed up with a food truck in 21.
You were calling asking.
I was calling asking, why are we not in Petal? And so the food truck, when he said, hey, do you want a food truck? My first question was, can I take it to Petal? And he said, I don't care where you take it. And I said, okay, game on.
Anna Johnson, welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm so glad you're here. I know you as Anna, but most people probably know you as Chicken Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody call you
Chick-fil-A lady?
Chick-fil-A lady.
Yeah, that's my name.
Chicken Anna. Share with us a little bit about Anna.
Yeah, so I'm Annah Johnson, Chick-fil-A owner-operator. We've been in Petal since opened in January of 23. Before that, I was at Chick-fil-A Sawmill Square, and then had a whole different career outside of Chick-fil-A prior to that. So I've been in both sides of the chicken business. I tell everybody I've been in the cook side ready to serve, and I've been in the production side to get the chicken to Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm a wife, a mom. I've got 2 small kids. I got a 7 and a 3-year-old. We're Petal fans, Petal Panthers all the way, right? And one of them, she goes to LCLA here locally. And we just love Petal, and we love being a part of the community. So
you sure do, and you do a wonderful job of supporting, especially the school district, but honestly, everybody, the chamber, the city, the town as a whole, the families in our community. But I want you to, I know this story a little bit, but I want you to share, you mentioned you started in the production side of chicken, and then it led you into, the serving side of chicken as the Chick-fil-A owner. At one point, I think you were slinging chicken out of a food truck or something like that. I want you to share that journey with them because it's very inspiring. Yeah.
So started with Chick-fil-A in 2017, but prior to that, so I tell everybody my journey really started in 2014 when I met my husband. On our first date, he told me that we were going to own a Chick-fil-A, or he was going to own a Chick-fil-A. We weren't a we at the time. And I laughed at him and told him, I don't cook at home. I'm sure not cooking for a living. And little did I know that was the nugget that God put in place for us as our journey continued. But so fast forward from 2014 to 2016, I went to work for Sanderson Farms in Laurel before it became Wayne Sanderson. And worked a little bit everywhere, plant, processing, production. But my goal, or my role in that point was organization development leader. And so I actually did leadership training for the country, supervisor level and above. And so really loved it, loved teaching and teaching people how to lead people well, but I really missed operations because prior to that I was in an operational role. So my husband and I, one day he comes in and he's like, hey, we should apply for Chick-fil-A. And I just kind of laughed at him and was like,
just totally random?
You've lost your mind. A buddy at work had said he was going to apply for a Chick-fil-A, but it was like $1 million buy-in, which is not the case. Otherwise, we would not be Chick-fil-A.
I'd love to know how much it costs to get a
So it's $10,000.
What?
But it's not. So that's what's so crazy. Everybody thinks, hey, it's really expensive to do what I do, but it's all about the person. So I went through 18 months worth of interviews. Some people's journey, I have a friend that took 9 years to get a Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
I've had people that have waited 2 and 3 years, and then some have waited and timed out. So I have a really fortunate journey that I was selected.
It was
hard.
So yeah, sorry, I squirreled.
Okay. No,
let's
good.
rewind back to you missed operations.
Yeah.
You loved your job at Sanderson, but you were missing operations, and then Justin had a friend.
He did. So Justin came home and said, hey, let's apply for the Chick-fil-A. And I said, you're crazy. Like, I don't cook. Man. I don't want to do this, And so he was like, let's just do it. I mean, what can they tell us? So it's actually harder to get into Chick-fil-A than it is Harvard. Like the percentage, the statistics are really crazy. So I was like, we'll never get in. we will never get in. So we
Wow.
sent in an interest inquiry, which is like where you fill out, hey, I'm interested in coming to Chick-fil-A. I want to be a part of the journey. And then 3 days later, they sent us an application back and said, hey, apply. We'd love to see what you're about. So we started praying real hard at that point. And the girl that worked for me at Sanderson, her cousin was Brittany Pickering, who's the owner-operator in Laurel. And I went to her office and I was like, hey, you think you could set me up a meeting with Brittany? And we kind of missed each other because Brittany's like me, a little crazy, and we're all over the place. And she's a mom, 3 kids, running a business. And so Labor Day of 2017, we go and sit down with Brittany in the mall, and little did we know at that point, Chick-fil-A, it's only a one owner operator. So my husband is not the owner of our business. I'm the owner.
Okay.
Now we look at it.
You can't do it as a couple?
Nope. It's
Okay.
it's a single person agreement. And so, but I mean, for us as a family, we see it as a family business. But on paper, it is my business. So we go sit down with Brittany, and Justin had been the one to put the application in. So legally, the agreement would have been with him had we proceeded with that. And Brittany looks at my husband. You have to know Brittany. She's about 4'11", wears heels about 2 inches, 3 inches tall.
Oh, wow.
And she's a little chihuahua.
Wow.
But she looks at my husband, who is 6'4", and says, hey, you're not supposed to be the owner-operator. It's her. And points at me. And I was like, oh, what? I don't know about this. And my husband, most people that know Justin know he's just like, okay, whatever. You know, whatever we
He's
can
very,
do.
very laid back, go
Right.
with the flow guy.
Very go with the flow.
Great quality.
And so next breath, she says, also, I'm opening a freestander in Laurel, and you're supposed to be my GM. God's telling me you're supposed to be my GM.
Lord.
And I was like, whoa, hold up. Like, I didn't come in today for us to have a conversation about a job offer. Like,
So this is the mall Chick-fil-A.
this is the mall Chick-fil-A.
Wanting
She's
to do a
fixing
brick and
open.
mortar.
Yep. So Justin at the time worked for MDOT, state of Mississippi. So salary-wise was not super great, right? But very hard work, working for the state, those kind of things. And so I was just like, how are we going to afford to do this? You know, because I would be leaving a corporate, pretty high-level job. And we walk out in the parking lot of the mall, and Justin looks at me and says, we're going to do it. And I was like, when did you become the decision maker, right?
Talked at all, man.
We've not prayed about this. We've not talked about this. And so about 2 weeks later, we had prayed and talked about it. And I tell everybody it was the hardest, easiest decision I've ever made.
Yeah.
So hardest to make, but once I did it, it was like the peace that I had never had, right? So we started down that journey. I put in my notice at Sanderson, and I went to work for Brittany in November of 2017. She opened December the 7th, 2017.
Her freestanding.
Her freestander.
The one that's on 16th Avenue? Is that where that was
That's
at?
where it was. So I became the GM of her store.
Wow.
Never been in the food industry. So my experience in the food industry in 5th grade, I worked at TK's Chicken Booth at the South Mississippi
That's
State
some
Fair.
good chicken on a stick.
I was the curly fry cranker outer, like on a bucket, cranking out curly fries, 5th grade, thinking that I had just made $1 million, you know. So that was my experience in the food industry. And so I had no clue what I was getting into. But that started the path for me also. So I left corporate America and went to work for her. But as I was working for her, I was going through the process to own a Chick-fil-A. So when we put in our application 18 months from then, so I stayed with her for about a year.
Learned all you could learn.
Learned all I could. Found out in February. So I opened her store in December. February, find out I'm pregnant with our first child. Wasn't expecting that. And so now I'm a really hormonal GM at that point, learning how to lead a bunch of teenagers.
The worst.
So it was like anything that could happen did happen. And it was so much learning, but it was like I wouldn't do anything differently. I mean, the opportunity she gave me set me up for success. And so as I'm going through the process, March of 2018, I go interview what they call a focus interview. And that's where you're kind of like, hey, what store are you going to apply for? So some common misconceptions about Chick-fil-A is you get to like choose where you go and have a Chick-fil-A. And we'll get into that in a bit. But we had put Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, and some other, just like our geographical area, which we were willing to move. And Sawmill Square was vacant at the time, had taken a 50% cut in sales. And I'm talking to the girl at corporate, and she's like, why don't you apply for that? It's in your hometown. And I was like, well, tell me a little bit about it. And she said, well, I haven't made money in 18 months. And I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting, right? And so we come downstairs on the elevator. I'll never forget. The lady starts talking to Justin. He's waiting on me. And she says, hey, we talked about Sawmill Square. And he looked at her and said, we'll take it.
Justin,
and I was like, Justin, stop speaking for me, right? Like, what are you doing?
In the world?
So he was just so, like, he knew, and that's what I love about him, is he knew, like, this is the risk we're going to take, and it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
But long term, it's going to be, it's going to be a beautiful journey. So we accepted Sawmill shortly thereafter.
You sure did.
We went into it 2019, March of 2019, and had a stellar year, up 26% in sales.
From a deficit of...
Deficit, yeah. So
you made up the deficit to get to just ground zero.
Yep. And then 26% plus.
Wow.
So just had a community that rallied around us. We poured into our community, poured into our team, spent a lot of hours. We were a low volume mall. I mean, if you've been to Sawmill Square, like they're doing some really great things now. But
back then, people were mainly coming in there for the Chick-fil-A.
For Chick-fil-A, right. Yeah. Because it was a little slower. We could we had tables, they could sit down, and they could also, a lot of people walk in the mall. So they would go walk, and then they could come eat with us and whatnot. So March 2020, the big C hit, good old COVID. And in April of 2020, I owed Chick-fil-A $10,000 because we made zero money. I was in the hole.
The next year.
So I'm 26% up in growth when I ended 2019.
Yes.
We're on pace. We're doing really well. January, February, March hits, COVID shows up. And in April of 2020, it like nosedived us. So as we were in the mall, we had to get really creative because I had kids that, and I say kids, they were all younger than me, but the people that worked for me depended on a paycheck. Like a lot of those kids were helping pay rent. They were helping pay light bills. They were living with grandparents.
Yeah.
And like I knew, I mean, Justin and I talked about it, I couldn't lay people off. And so we got super creative. I rallied the team. We sold chicken out of warming bags standing on the corners of the mall like my team did. We created a double lane drive-through. Anything we could do. I brought box meals to Longleaf and North Fork and those subdivisions and sold them out of the back of my car.
Yeah.
Because it was just like I knew that we had to keep these people.
They couldn't
running.
Come to you, so you just
I had to figure out a way to get it.
Could.
Yeah. So that year was a really tough year, but it was so much fun. Like I know COVID wasn't a great experience for anything, but I learned so many things about how to be a really great leader,
how
but
to pivot.
Also, how to get creative and how much credit I have to give my team for doing what they do. Because a lot of their ideas are what kept us afloat.
Yeah.
So during that process, 21 rolls around, and I get a call from corporate that says, hey, do you want a food truck? And so they had a program for malls because malls were really hurting during that time.
Oh, that's wonderful.
What they called a sales recovery program. And I had called corporate every month to the real estate department and said, why don't we have a Chick-fil-A in Petal?
Were you living in Petal at that time?
So I was.
So you had already relocated
I had
to
relocated
Petal?
to Petal because I'm from Laurel originally. But when we moved back home, Justin was working in Hattiesburg. I was in Laurel, so Petal was
Chick-fil-A
home.
did not bring you to Petal. It was already home.
Nope. So we were already here, but we just loved the community. Like, fell in love with the community, the hub that it is. I know we call Hattiesburg the hub city, but really, like, we're a hub to a lot of counties.
We are.
And 42, you got everybody coming to work for Hattiesburg, everybody going home, but you have a lot of communities coming here to shop and do business. And so I would call and they would go, Petal? Oh, we're not bringing anything to Petal.
Petal.
And I would say, no, petal, like a flower petal. And,
but with a T.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're like talking back and forth. So every month from 2018 until we actually showed up with a food truck in 21.
You were calling asking.
I was calling asking, why are we not in Petal? And so the food truck, when he said, hey, do you want a food truck? My first question was, can I take it to Petal? And he said, I don't care where you take it. And I said, okay, game on. And I actually sat in this office a week later talking with Mrs. Valerie. And I said, hey, this is my opportunity to show Chick-fil-A what Petal's made of. And this is my dream. This is my prayer. Like, this is what God's put on my heart. It's put on my family's heart. And
let's make it happen.
Let's do it. And she was like, okay, let me figure out who to partner you with. So Brother Brad Eubank at First Baptist, who one of my very dear friends, his kids have all worked for me. They were integral in getting us here. So I went and met with them, told them my vision, told them my story. And he said, hey, why would I not want the Lord's chicken in my parking lot?
That's
was his exact words.
That's right.
And so we got to work. We created a double-lane drive-through, brought the food truck down here.
At the First Baptist Church.
First Baptist Church. We served teachers. The first day, it was 116 degrees on the truck. I passed out.
Oh, you passed
physically passed out on the truck. Yep. And so some of my leaders that are with me today in Petal started on that food truck.
Okay.
Because our goal was to hire out of Petal. So everybody that worked on that food truck was from Petal.
In the event that if we got the brick and mortar.
I wanted to show them I could staff it, right?
Yeah.
So, because the sales demand's got to be there, but you also got to have a lot of other things that go in there. You've got to have, the city's got to want you. You got to have ability to hire good people. You got to be able to expand and grow and those things. So we started at First Baptist. It did really well. And then we were approached by Mark Graham, who had the lot in front of Lowe's. And he said, hey, got an opportunity for you. Put you on the main part of Evelyn Gandy. And we worked out a deal, and we had a loop. You can still see it if you go by there today. And we ran a double-lane drive-through. And I would call every month and talk to real estate and go, hey, you want to know my sales this month? You want to know what I did? You want to know what I staffed? And I mean, we laid it out as plain as we could. And finally, they couldn't say no. So they started looking for property. In December of 21, we had an LOI on our property. And then March of 22, I was selected to be the owner-operator of Petal FSU. And
girl, you grinded to make that happen. Wow.
It was a whole experience. But the city, I tell every orientation we have at our store, I tell the kids, I ask them, hey, who ate on the food truck? And a lot of them were like kindergartners at that point, you know. And they'll raise their hand, me. And I said, you're why we're here, you know, because that's how important it was that Petal supports Petal, right? And that's still true today.
And
that's why we love it. Yeah.
It's just the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said, I heard something whenever you were telling that last part about the land. How does all that work? I think that people might think that there's like a GO, like a home office, and you just kind of work for them, or they do all the work on the back end and you just run it. How does it work? So
I am the owner of Chick-fil-A. It's like any other franchise. I pay for the rights to operate Chick-fil-A. And sell chicken. Now, I have to follow their rules, similar to McDonald's, Zaxby's. We have certain menu items. We have certain price points, those things. But marketing-wise, we do all of our own marketing. Now, we have, like, guidelines.
Yeah, of course.
I do all my own hiring. All of our employees that are team members, as we call them in our store, most of them are your kids in Petal. You know, very few of them come out of Hattiesburg. We do have some college kids out of William Carey, JC, Pearl River, all those. But, like, I mean, I can't get any more Petal than we are because we live and die by the school schedule and all that stuff, and then we create events for small families or families with small children.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize I'm a local owner-operator. So Chick-fil-A doesn't come in and go, hey, I'm going to write a marketing check to sponsor that.
They don't
Little
pay
League
you
ball
either.
team. Nope.
Do they? Yeah.
So whatever we make at the store, that's how I make my living. We just sponsor... We've done this for 2 years now, but PSA, we partner with them. We sponsor 2 ball teams a year and sponsor a field. And it's so fun because as a local owner-operator, like my kid plays on that team.
Plays for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, he plays for Chick-fil-A, and it's a huge deal. All the kids are like, if we win tonight, can we go eat for free at Chick-fil-A? And I'm like, I don't know if that's how that works, but...
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, we'll work it out. So I got some really cute Sandlot-style pictures this past year of all the kiddos that are sitting around our community table in our dining room eating Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And like... That's why I do Chick-fil-A, is because it is locally owned and operated. I get to be a part of my community. We're in the school system. We're in the church. We're in chamber. We're wherever I can put a footprint, I want to be there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's affected me. You're busy. You're a mom. You're an entrepreneur. You're a business owner. You're a wife. You're all of these things. And you decided to say yes when someone asked you to serve on the chamber board of directors. Most people say, I'm too busy for that. It's actually more low maintenance than you would think.
Yeah.
But you serve. And so I had Kendall Ratman with Sweet Blossom on a few months ago. And we highlighted how she's partnering with local businesses to do events and to bring florals to the Loaded Tea Shop and all these different things. And the event they did with you for the flower crowns for the daddy daughters got mentioned. And I don't know if the community really understands the extent that our local business, this has not always been something that our local businesses do, but for some reason there's this heightened collaborative effort happening between the business owners. It's, from the mercantile on Central to the florist to the chicken lady to the tea shop. And something you've been doing is monthly events in the dining room, on the app, through the drive-through, all different types of things. So share a little bit about those.
Yeah, so I love partnering with local business. Part of that is it stems from my time in the mall. I mean, if I had not had businesses supporting me in the community, I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
And so when I see a new business, to me, that's just an opportunity to go, hey, how can we give exposure? Because I know I have a really good platform at Chick-fil-A. Like, people like Chick-fil-A. They like what we do. They like our food. And then we love to create an environment where families can come in and just get to be families. And we don't have the rush and I got to get my kid to sit still and be quiet. Like, it's okay, because I have 2 small children that think they own the place, right? And they run around and they're crazy. And so when we sit down and we plan marketing events, what we look at is how can we make this fun for kids, but also easy for adults, right? Like, I know when I go to an event, I want to get to experience the event with my kid. I don't want to have to wrangle them and be the disciplinary.
And in a
time.
Restaurant, period.
Right.
I mean, we didn't do restaurants.
Yeah.
It's still hard.
Yeah. Look, my 3-year-old will quickly
restaurants.
go, that spilled drink is all over the table now, right? Because she's 3. And so I don't want families to feel like they can't come in and just be them.
Yeah.
And so what we do when we sit down, like June, we know that not everybody has kids, but a lot of people have dogs. So we have our dog days in the drive-thru. That'll be coming up in June.
What do they get in the drive-thru?
So they get a puppy treat, and then we have little puppy like goodies. So they'll either get
cute.
a dog bone, or like last time we handed out tennis balls. We've done the little handkerchiefs that have Chick-fil-A on them. And we take a picture of the puppies and we put them on Facebook and Instagram, and like, people love their dogs, so why not celebrate that, right?
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of promotions we do through the app. We do some mobile point promotions. So like June, we've got come in and use the app and you get bonus points. Well, I don't know if you know about the app, Lindsay. You and I have had some conversations about the app, but our app is really good. Okay, like, we send out so much free food. Part of that is I want you to be able to come and experience our food, right?
Yeah.
Because I think we have pretty great food.
You do giveaways on the app.
Yeah, we
like
do
freebies.
giveaways. We do freebies, like come in. And I can't give away everything. You'll have to visit our Facebook and Instagram to find out all of our events. But like on Father's Day, we're giving away a free treat for our dads. But we just did Daddy Daughter Date Night.
Partnered with Sweet Blossom.
We had Sweet Blossoms come in. We also had the Art Cottage come in, which was really cool. So kids got to come in. We try not to charge for our events. Sometimes we have to, and we want to do that to help the other small business that's taking their time. And Brittany was able to come in and had a really fun event where they got to be little artists.
Yeah.
And so we have a ton planned. July, we're going to be at the health fair with the cow, and we'll have some other things going on the calendar as we start to go back to school. And then in August, we're going to try to bring our family nights back, where you can come in and eat with your kiddos, play a game, and just enjoy.
And trivia. That's a popular one at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, trivia's coming
back. That's for
back.
more of the college scene.
But it's fun. My 7-year-old likes to play. He hits the little button on the thing and thinks it's fun.
I love it because there's really not, if families want to go have a night together or go do something entertaining and eat, generally we have to go to Hattiesburg.
Right.
To go see a movie or to go to the jump park or, whatever. It's giving these kids and families something to do to where we don't have to leave town to go do something fun with the kids.
Yeah, and it's a low
cost.
Mom of 2. Crazy schedule, but also on a budget, just like everybody else. Like, things are expensive, and we know that. So we try to pour into our community because we know that in turn we're giving a place of restoration and opportunity for families to really learn how to be a family sometimes, or get to be a family, maybe is the better way to say it. But I mean, what better environment to be able to walk in and go, hey, my kid can draw and paint, and I can sit and have a conversation with my husband, or I can take a picture of my kid while they're doing this, or I can just be there with them.
Or it's okay if they get up and walk around,
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
I
Just
cannot
can't
tell
go in
you
the kitchen,
how many times.
but
I mean, Rory Brown,
outside of that, we like to have fun.
One time, my son, we were at a Mexican. This is why we don't do restaurants. We were at a Mexican restaurant. Rory had to have been 2. We still lived in Macomb. Maybe he was 18 months. He was 2. We were leaving to go pay and leave. It was tortilla soup in Macomb. That's exactly where it was. And he was behind the bar.
He was just living his best life.
Yeah, so you say the kids won't come in the kitchen.
Actually, if I pick Axon up, like sometimes I'll check him out of school. Not tell Petal. No, I'm playing. But we check him out of school because he loves to work. And, hopefully he'll love to work at 15, 16, all those ages. But right now, he can run a register better than
That's awesome.
Me. He loves it. And he'll make the drinks. My kids don't know how to say you're welcome. It's all my pleasure.
My pleasure.
I even text message MP. So if you ever get a MP from me, that's my pleasure. On text message. So I have to explain that to people. But yeah, you look back and Teddy's waving. We go tell all of our team members good morning, and we appreciate them and thank them for coming to work. And that's important to me because they're what makes it go round. So Axon will be buttering some buns one day.
Stop.
And yeah, we let them
that's your
experience
time you
it.
get with your kids too, though.
Well, and they get to see how important it is that we treat others with dignity and respect. And also, here's a work ethic.
Modeling leadership for your kids is important.
Absolutely. And the team loves it because they love my kids.
They're cute kids.
They're great. So.
And as a mom who has a very demanding job and has 2 kids, sometimes that's probably your time with the kids.
It is. It's true.
They're in school all day long, and then they come and
Sometimes I don't
butter
get to leave
buns.
at 4 o'clock. Sometimes I'm there till 6 or 7, and so Justin will bring them in, and we have a meal, and they'll help make milkshakes or take trays out to the table, and they know if we walk in and there's dirty tables, we go to the dining closet and we clean them, and we get the mop
Teddy
and the broom
with their dress on and her lipstick, cleaning the tables.
Yeah, she's got her princess dress, and she's the model.
She's so cute.
She's so bad.
She is not bad. She cute bad though.
She is.
She knows
she's gonna be my
cute.
handful, but she's gonna run drive-through. I've already got it planned out. Oh, girl,
that second child energy is just different.
It's so different. It's so different.
Okay, so Chick-fil-A offers a lot. Obviously, chicken. What are some highlights of the things you offer that you kind of want to share about? We can't hit it all.
No, obviously we're a chicken restaurant, but I think we have some really underrated products.
Okay.
So if people ask me hey, what's my favorite thing on the menu? Chicken tenders.
Really?
Oh, yeah, girl.
Chicken minis. Mac and cheese.
Well, but those are everybody knows about
Everybody
them.
loves it.
But very few people eat our chicken tenders.
Madeline Brown does.
Okay, well, that's good. She can tell you how great they are. You don't need sauce
so
on
what's
my chicken
different
tenders.
about them?
They're moist. They're breaded right.
Did you just say moist?
I did. I used that word, but that's the description.
Oh,
all right.
We need to change that.
But you can get the chicken tenders, and then you put them on the kale crunch salad, a little bit of buffalo and ranch, whole different experience.
Shake her up.
Yeah, girl.
Have you ever seen those viral TikToks of people doing their Chick-fil-A workers that dump the mac and cheese?
Yes. So we've got one kid that puts honey on everything.
I love honey.
And then mayo.
I bet hot honey is good on that
mayo
chicken.
on minis. I had a leader that worked for me. He put mayo on minis, and I was like, this is going to be terrible.
I put mayo on my chicken sandwich.
He loves it. It was so good.
To you?
I enjoyed it. I like mayo.
Oh, yeah.
But I had never put honey and mayo together. But it's a different experience.
I bet those chicken tenders with honey and hot sauce.
Yeah. And then even better. So you got the chicken tenders, but when it's a little chilly outside, chicken noodle soup.
The tortilla was good.
Tortilla's good, but the chicken noodle soup, my kids will eat it over my homemade chicken noodle soup. When I tell you it is...
And y'all that's not seasonal like the tortilla.
We have it year-round.
That's what I thought.
Now, we got our new products, our limited-time offerings coming back that everybody's super excited about. So
pimento
we got the honey pepper pimento sandwich, which everybody loves. That's our pimento and cheese. And then we've got pineapple dragon fruit and the peach milkshake.
I just always go for the Oreo.
Nope. You got to do the peach in the summer. It's so refreshing.
Yeah.
And then you can put peach in your lemonade if you want to.
I guess I need to come to that event you have coming up to try it.
So we've got a tasting this weekend on Saturday from, I think, 11 to 1.
And you'll just have samples in the dining room?
So we'll have samples. We'll have some folks working the event. But it's just an opportunity to taste. And then if you're an app user in a certain category, Lindsay, you could have what we call first offer, which is they get to come in and they can order the sandwich early and they can order the pineapple.
When does it
dragon fruit.
officially release?
Monday.
So we're going to have the tasting Saturday and it launches. So I can have it as early as Sunday or Saturday.
We don't open on Sunday. I don't know what store you
You're
think we
right.
are.
You're right.
We're closed on Sunday.
So Saturday, if you have the early release.
So, Saturday, and it'll be open on the app, so it will be an option if you're in the right status. You know, you have to be in a certain status to get that opportunity.
Certain status.
If you had been using the app, you'd already be in
Anna,
the status.
my app is linked to an Apple ID that doesn't,
Well, you're gonna
email
need to
that
get it
doesn't
under
exist.
control.
I don't know how to fix it.
Just, you're going to have to Google it.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to help me. It's going to take us a whole day. But you're
I
going to have to help me.
I told you I would get it worked out for you.
What about breakfast? Because you're hitting on the savories.
Yeah, so breakfast is probably my favorite day part. And I think...
Really?
Yeah, so breakfast... I think a lot of people don't realize what we do at breakfast. Like, everybody knows minis.
Everybody gets minis.
And everybody knows chicken biscuits, which are phenomenal. They're our top 2 sellers because they're really good. So we hand roll all of our biscuits in the morning.
Wow. Even the mini ones?
So, no, our minis are cut. That's
Okay.
a sweet bread. But, like, our biscuits, our chicken biscuit, our sausage biscuit, a lot of people don't know we have sausage. We have bacon biscuits. We also have a burrito, which has become super popular.
The scramble bowl.
So
But
you can do a
get it-
scramble bowl, or you can do the scramble burrito, which you can get bacon, sausage, chicken, spicy chicken, grilled chicken. We got all the options.
All the chicken.
And so I love our sausage biscuit. Just straight up, like, it reminds me of going to eat
Is it that
breakfast
good
with my
sausage?
papa. Yeah, we don't have that nasty, and I'm not going to get into the sausage that I don't like, but
It's the
like,
good sausage.
It's the good stuff. Like, it reminds me of when my grandfather would take us to Ward's in Richton and eat breakfast, or
Oh.
either the gas station in
Yes.
Richton in the summer, and like you load it up with strawberry jelly.
I'm
That's
an
the
apple
kind of
jelly girl.
sausage biscuit.
We need to bring back apple jelly, by the way.
I mean, I'll put in a request, but I don't know
Please.
if that's going to work.
Let me know
You're
who
going to
to
have to get
call.
on the app and put in some suggestions.
Let me know who to call. I'll get on the app, Anna. I will get on the app. Okay, so something I use frequently,
Okay.
which is always hard for me to do because I haven't downloaded the app. You guys listen, if you haven't figured that out, I have an app problem. Anyways, catering.
Yeah.
Every time the chamber, there's been several times when I've needed to cater a luncheon or cater a something, anything. And I've just gone with Chick-fil-A because it's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Tell
Well,
us
you know, I'm
about
going to take care of you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, our team loves to serve, and so catering's the way we get to that. We have catering pickup, which is you come into the store and pick it up. We have catering delivery. So we deliver all the way to Richton.
Wow.
We deliver all the way to Moselle, all the way down to New Augusta. It has a minimum, so there's a $200 minimum to deliver. And part of that's just to ensure that, like, I got somebody in a car driving. That's gas ain't cheap, right? But we have mac and cheese. We have kale salads. You can do that as a catering. We got all our originals.
your desserts.
You got your desserts. You got cookies, brownies. You've got one of the things that a lot of people don't know we have is cold trays. So, like, say you've got a birthday party coming up, and it's going to be, and I hate to use the word Sunday, but like my kids, we have their parties on Sunday afternoon, right? Because that's kind of a convenient time. So
I will say you're always closed on Sunday, and I always want it on
I
Sunday.
know. So does everybody else.
It's a bummer.
I'll tell you a story about that later. But
Okay.
yeah, so you can get a cold or what we call a chilled nugget tray or a chilled strip tray. And you can literally, it has directions on how you heat it up at home, and you can have Chick-fil-A at that birthday party on
Fresh.
Sunday. It
Wow.
crisp it up, put it in the oven. I'm an air fryer fan.
Can't put it all in the air fryer, though. Air fryer.
Well, you got to have the right air fryer.
You have one big enough to hold a large
I mean, I
chicken
have to do
nugget
2
tray?
rounds, but it's going to be fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
You know, you just got to make it work. Your mama, you know.
My air fryer is one of the ones you pull out, and it's like it doesn't fit enough.
Oh, see, I got like layers.
Like the countertop one that opens.
Yeah, because we use a lot on the air fryer.
Yeah.
I'm an air fryer fan.
I
But
love
with
air fryers.
catering, we have box meals, so really convenient if you're looking for something quick to be able to hand out at an event like we do. We do some different caterings for organizations, and they need something that they can hand out. You
Yeah.
don't have to think about it. It comes with sauces,
like a training
chips.
or something.
Yeah, so super easy, and it's got lots of options. But you can order catering through the app,
Yeah.
right, Lindsay?
Or you can call your BFF Anna
You
and
can, and I love doing that for you. But I
No,
also
you
want to make
don't.
sure you get
No,
your points, right? Like, if
You
you
lying
order,
on this podcast. You
I'm not
do
lying.
not.
I'm telling the truth. I love serving you, Lindsay. I love it. That is what I do. I serve people.
You know?
I do. I call you every time.
Well, that's
I have an
okay. I take
event.
care
We
of
need
you
to
every
feed
time.
like 75. And you said, Lindsay, you do it on the app.
And
But then you do
say,
it for me anyways. You
"Well, I
enable
do,
it. You
I
really
do.
enable
I
the
know,
behavior.
I know. I'm going to stop doing it. I'm just not going to answer your phone
No, you
call
have to
anymore.
help me. But it wouldn't be you if you just turned me away. But
Yeah, I can't do that.
you do enable the stew out of me.
So, do you love our sweet tea?
Can I be honest with you?
Don't you lie to me, right?
I don't drink sweet tea.
Why? What's wrong with you? Don't you live in Mississippi? Aren't you from the South?
I don't drink sweet tea.
Okay, well, we're not going to talk about that. But if you did drink
We
sweet
have
tea,
had an honor.
we've had a Sunjoy. That's called a Sunjoy at Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a whole iron deal with that.
call it honor.
His Arnold Palmer is a trademarked thing. Like
He doesn't like Chick-fil-A?
I would be on his property.
But you could ask him, hey, nicely, hey, Arnold.
I'll tell Dan Cathy and Andrew Cathy to get on that for you.
Just call
I feel confident for them to change that and make that a menu item. That conversation was probably
You should just call Arnold up.
Yeah.
I bet he'd be fine. Give him a little money.
Cade to call him.
Cade?
Yeah, you got Rory, so just call Arnold.
Facts.
Done.
I bet. I named my son after Rory McElroy.
See?
Can Chick-fil-A call Arnold Palmer? That'll go over.
Right, you can get it in a gallon coming through the drive-thru. You can.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Order a nugget tray. You just might need to wait for about 10 minutes because it's going to take us a minute to cook it, but you don't have to call that.
Yeah, that's a good little direction to go. So catering, how far in advance?
So depending on the order, we ask for about 6 to 8 hours just because.
So you can order same day.
Yeah, you can. So I had a lady call me Monday at 8 a.m. She needed something by 10:30. And if I can do it, I'm going to do it because our goal is to serve you and be able to make it to where you want to come back to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, there are local businesses in our area that have a timeline restriction where it has to be 24 hours in advance or 48 hours.
I mean, if it's a huge order and I've got to have like extra staffing in, I know I would ask for a little bit more heads up. But like I've had one of my cousins works on shutdowns at GP and he had to feed 100 people. He called me the night before and I was like, I'll figure out how to make it happen.
Yeah.
And we were able to take care of him. I mean,
and you know what? They'll always come back.
Yeah. And like, why would I not? I'm a small business. So I want to grow. And if you can make in order to have sales to take care of my guests and team, because that's what we do is we're paying best. Why would I not do that,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So catering, there's really no time restriction, but you do.
So on the app, if you go to put it in, there are some time restrictions. Gotcha. But for instance, like the lady Monday, she tried to put it on the app. It wouldn't let her because it's a 6 hour. She just called the store. So I tell everybody, call the store, hit extension 7, talk to somebody, and we're going to do our most to try to get that order out on time for you. And if we can't do it, we'll tell you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to overpromise, underdeliver. I want to make sure that we underpromise, overdeliver.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a good little way to look at that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to forget that now.
There you go.
You never want to overpromise and underdeliver.
So, like, if I tell you I can have something at 10.
Oh, yeah, 100%. We can do that.
And I tell people, like, we're not perfect. I got a bunch of 16 and to 20-year-olds in my kitchen. Like, they're learning. Most people in Petal have 16-year-olds. So, like, they know there's a process to learning. But I put my team up against anybody in the country because they've got the willingness to want to do it. And I'm going to teach them to do it the way that...
You got a great leader.
Right. Like, we're going to serve people well. But if we make a mistake, we're going to make it right.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Well, I have a game.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. It's called This or That. For some reason, whenever I ask ChatGPT.
Oh, boy.
You love ChatGPT.
I do.
For a game, for a podcast, it always gives me this or that or rapid fire, which to me is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But they just...
Rapid fire, I guess, is like more of an open-ended. This or that is like choose.
Well, this is Chick-fil-A specific.
Oh, okay.
And I do want you to go as fast as you can.
Sure. I'm ready.
Ready?
Yep.
You ready? All right. Lock in. I'm locked right here. Chicken biscuit or chicken minis?
Chicken minis.
Okay. Sweet tea or lemonade?
Sweet tea.
And waffle fries or mac and cheese?
Waffle fries.
Fresh waffle fries.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse. You don't put out cold waffle fries.
No, girl.
They crispy.
We try.
Breakfast or lunch?
Breakfast.
Dine-in or drive-thru?
Dine-in.
Same. Nuggets or sandwich?
Ooh. Sandwich, extra pickles.
I I did get a little container of extra pickles.
Yeah, good enough. Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't need any sauce.
Some Colza Jack on there.
No, it doesn't. But something about the way the chicken soaks into that bread, it does not need anything.
It doesn't need anything, but if you want to elevate your experience and mix it up one time, Colby Jack cheese, extra pickles.
Okay. I think I'm going to eat Chick-fil-A today because of this interview, so I'll try it. Cookies are... ChatGPT spelled ice cream.
It is ice cream. Our ice cream is ice cream. That's
wait. What?
Yeah. So, like on our menu, it says ice cream.
Wow.
They're ice cream cones, because who doesn't dream about ice cream?
I'm learning. I didn't know that. So cookies are ice cream.
Ice cream. Or if you want to get real crazy, cookie on the bottom, ice cream cone on the top.
Or cookie, ice cream, cookie.
Ooh, cookie sandwich.
I'm coming today.
Yeah.
Are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come. Can we make that?
I mean, I think I can make something work for you.
Great. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Really?
Oh gosh, so late. Like I haven't been in bed before 12 in the last 3 nights.
You feel good today?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Beach vacation or mountains?
Beach.
Same.
Yeah.
Coffee or Alani?
Coffee.
The Milani. Good job. You passed the test. It's not really a test. But,
yeah.
Okay, so all the events, all the things, how do they stay connected with what you, because every month you're doing multiple things. So how do they stay connected with all that?
So first, if I were Lindsay, I would download the app.
I cannot with you.
Yes, I would download the app first. And then, because we send out some emails and reminders, we also send out bonus promotions, treats, lots of treats. Like we'll have drive-in days.
Free some nights.
Yeah, so in August, that's our family nights. We're trying to bring that back because, I mean, I know, like, August is hard.
It's like one adult meal.
Yeah, you get an adult meal, you get a free kids meal.
What if you and your spouse are doing it on one ticket? Do you get 2 kids meals?
So it's 1 adult meal, 1 kids meal.
Even if it's on the same ticket? I could get Kay could get an adult meal. I could get an adult meal, and that'd cover 2.
Yeah. Now, that's not every day, so I want to clarify.
No.
Every one night, and it'll be called Kids Eat Free Night or Family Night is typically what we call them. We usually do those in August, and then we'll spread them throughout the year. Just, I mean, we want to be aware of the economy, right? Like August, everybody's bought school supplies, school clothes, and all the things. So, like, it's a hard month. You know, most
teachers, just came back from vacation.
Teachers don't get paid for a month kind of deal. Like, I mean, it's a hard month. So we try to just be aware of that and try to do events that work for our community. But yeah, so you can do the app, right, Lindsay? We're going to work on that today. Then you can go on to our social media, which is Instagram, Facebook, working on TikTok, not there yet. But we're working on it.
I can help you with that.
There you go. We'll swap out. I'll fix your app. You can do my TikTok.
Okay, great.
And then, like I said, we send stuff to the chamber, and we're able to help us. And
they share as much as we possibly can.
Yeah, I appreciate that because, I mean, it's free events.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love free?
I do.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.